Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, man. Hey, this is for your own good. Don't turn me off. You better share the videos. All right, listen. This is for your own good. I want you to stop what you're doing, and you're going to have to look around, okay? You're going to have to think for a second. Let's pretend. I want to play a little game with you, and I want you to comment below when you join my game and figure this out. Okay. If for example, everything shuts down. Let's pretend everything shut down. Let's pretend the grid is down. Let's pretend your water stopped working. Let's pretend it all got turned off. That human feeding tube got pulled out and you are left without electricity and running water. Yeah. And it won't matter if you cut your grass because you're not impressing anyone anymore. Let's just talk about that. Think. Look around. What can you do? This is if you were alone. There's no one else. Let's pretend you don't have anyone. Let's pretend for a second like if you're Karen, Janet, Bob, Frank, Steve, John, whoever, doesn't matter. Go look in the mirror and do an assessment. What items would you need to survive? I ain't talking about spiritual. I ain't talking about, your spiritual inventory, the Bible, or anything in faith that you're going to need to get through your situation. I'm talking about the other. So I get a lot of comments like that. So let's focus on reality because God gave you a brain. So you need to focus on your stuff. The things that you're going to need to get you through. Now, you're going to stop. You're going to go through every room of your house, your apartment, your car, whatever it is you're staying with, and you're going to go and do an assessment. I'm not talking about your pet, so pretend you don't have those either. You're just you. You're you, and no one made it back, and you're just you. Okay? Let's pretend. You're going to go through all your things that you have and you're not concerned. Yeah, you're not concerned either. You're just you. Okay? Let's just focus on that. Go through everything that you have and see what you would need to survive and what would you start doing immediately if you were stuck in a scenario where the freaking grid just crashed. Total crash. And we're not even going to get into the scenario that there's marauders coming. There's no one coming there. No one's coming to rescue you. No one is coming to kill you. It's just you. You're alone in the middle of nowhere. And can you do it? Can you do it? Can you survive on your own without any help? No help at all. You don't have a wife, husband, anything. Nothing. No one's there. No kids. No significant others. No brother, no uncle, no cousins. Nothing. Just you. And you're focused on your survival. Nothing's going to get you. You're just going to focus on being able to feed and water yourself. Can you feed and water yourself? It's that simple. I had this topic come up, and it was because someone's comment that I wanted to chime in. Now, I have several friends that are very old. It's okay that I say that they're very old because they know they're old. We talk about this stuff. He's like 80. One of my friends is 80 years old, and he has lived in the same house unit thing for many, many years, from like child status all the way up. Like, that's how long he's lived in the area. And to see his ingenious inventions from other people's junk. He will take other people's junk. I try giving the guy stuff all the time, like, Like he was concerned with the crime and things like that, and I got him a bulletproof vest. I got him like a laser flashlight stuff, CB radios and stuff. I got him a bunch of stuff, the communications and things. Yeah, I tend to do that. I have a bad habit about that, but it's okay, and I just move on. And it's like, doesn't really need it. But the thing is, like, gardening, like, I can struggle. It's funny, like, I can struggle. Like, I could plant, like, I planted like a whole bunch of corn. This is just an example. I could plant a whole bunch of corn. Like, any of you would do the same thing. Many of you would be thinking, I'm just going to plant some corn. The thing is, like, you could watch all the birds watch you plant whatever it is you're planting, and then they come along. As soon as you walk away and they go out there and they eat it all, it's gone. You wonder why half of it doesn't grow. And it's like, wow. And then after time tells the tale. And I do it at night. I go out at night, there's no animal, and that's when I plant. I plant everything at night so the animals will get that stuff. You start learning things, weird, unusual things. Because I don't have a bunch of heavy equipment. I'm not going to go plant a freaking crop out in the field. I'm not a farmer or anything. I don't have all that stuff. So I have to do everything by hand. And that's something else that you would do. And in starting, you would have to put like for like larger plants. Like I watch my friend. He does buckets over his plants and gets them started. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, dude, it's like, what are those under there? And a bunch of old buckets. Then soon later you find out they're a bunch of tomato plants, and they actually made it, and nothing got on them or tried to get them. It's just crazy. That's just food wise. What would you do about water? You'd want to be focused on water right away. Your water just got shut off. I mean, natural streams, creeks, things like that. Do you have those? I'm not talking about, I don't want to do an assessment of my situation because I've already done this. I've already walked around. What would you do? And I want you to comment. I want you to say, hey, this is probably what I would do if you know what I mean? I haven't talked about physical aspects. I don't care about your problems. I just want you to focus on it. And look, I understand all the medical aspects of people out there because folks have those problems too. You've got diabetics and so much more. But that's not what we're talking about. We're just focused on what you would need at the moment to get you through. If you had containers that you could put out, you could probably do some rain catchment systems right off the bat. You could start rain catchment systems. That's easy. If you got gutters, you could tap into those bad boys, start filling some containers up. If you got any kind of containers you got, when it rains, you can collect water. That's one thing. You could do a solar steel. Solar steel is really easy to make. You just dig a hole, put some plastic over it, throw a rock in the middle, put you a bucket or a little bucket underneath your black plastic or clear plastic, doesn't matter. It'll actually pull the water out of the ground, and it'll trickle down the plastic and drop little droplets right into your cup, bowl, whatever it is you got. It takes a while to do that though. That's a very slow process, but it works. You can do transpiration bags. You just do if you've got some clear like Ziploc bags, like if you got Ziploc bags or whatever you've got laying around the house, it's clear bags. It doesn't even matter if it's kind of tinted a little bit, it's smoky colored, it still works. Take them, put them around a tree limb, zip it tight, just a big bag of tree limb right there, and make sure it's got plenty of leaves too, and shake it off, make sure it doesn't have any bugs or bird poop. Get that sucker tight, put the sunbeam on it, boom. There's so many ways to do water, so many ways, but water is one of those things that if you without it, you're gonna go nuts and then go crazy and then start eating your own leg, or weird stuff happens, or drinking your own blood. You never know. Weird stuff. Anyway, so you don't want to do that. Food wise, grow, inventory the food you have, see exactly what you have left, and say it just the switch turned off today. What am I going to do? Well, you got like a box of crackers, a can of chili. It's looking pretty slim. You better be careful with that. If that is you, you open your cupboard and that's what's going on, you need to start looking around and looking at things. There's a lot of opportunities to do that, and I used to do the whole $20 a month thing. It's gotten pretty steep as far as buying food goes. You know, $20 a month thing, being able to put stuff up. Tools, what do you got? You got enough nails, screws, things like that? Take a look in your drawers. Take a look. You got tape? You got medical supplies? You got Band-Aids? You know what I mean? That's just, you go down the list. You can go down the list all day. I need you to do an assessment. This is a physical assessment of what you got that you would need, and if you're going to need it. And it's going to be one of these situations you can't tackle everything, but you're going to have to get the basics, food and water first, and work your way down. And a lot of folks will talk about Preparedness Month. Like, this is Preparedness Month right now. It's also freaking crazy other things, but in it, it's still got to focus. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. You have the tools you would need, the food you would need, medical supplies you would need, and all that stuff. But I guarantee you, if you went around your house and just did a mental assessment or just started building a bag, what's the bag going to do? Like, you do a bug out bag, where are you going? You know, what if we're not going anywhere? What if you're just stuck where you are and can't leave? You know, what if you went outside and you got zapped by aliens? You know, I'm just saying, let's just do an assessment of what you've got and what you're doing with it, and if you're going to be using it. If you got stuff that takes up space that you can't use anymore, probably get rid of it and make space for something you can use. And that's probably it. You know, a lot of folks have that problem. But I wanted to share this with you, just a thought to take a look around if you could survive. And I do know folks that do survive on their own without a car. They can't drive to the store. They just stay there. They do with what they've got. They do water bath canning and all that fun stuff. Keep stuff stored for a long period of time. And you can learn a lot from a lot of these people, as they know quite a bit. And they've survived many situations that probably would, most of you probably would have went to the emergency room over, that was probably fixable, that they had fixed themselves. There's a lot of things like that. And there's the other situations with, like, food and, you know, making do and stretching things out, because people are wasteful nowadays, and really wasteful. A few years ago, probably 5 years ago, it would have been even worse. People were worse about being wasteful and throwing things away. It's crazy how much stuff people threw away. And it was surprising to see the kind of items like my friend would gather up to make work, building a generator out of somebody's old junk, from anywhere from an alternator to a fan to, you know, getting some old fence poles, and, you know, making a welder from old car batteries. And it's just crazy, man, the stuff that I would see people put together. But I know some other people that get crazier with their junk. You know, they build radical stuff, like built their own car. Like, that's a whole other story. But it's just good to see that and then be able to put that into play. But you do need to do an assessment of what you have and go through. If you take a look around in your closets and your rooms and things like that, just to see exactly, well, if things went bad, I could use this. And trying to centralize some of the things that you have, like separate what's for survival and what's just for daily use, would be a good idea. I would start doing that ASAP before something really bad happens. Like, put yourself a slice of stuff and you can hide it from everybody, like a little squirrel stash. But that's what I would do. All right. This is me trying to help. I'm trying to help you. So, God bless. Take care.